Asket's Explanations Part 1. Contact Reports Volume 1. 3rd February 1953. Billy and Asket in the Jordanian Desert. Asket says, creation is the foundation of life and of being. We fulfill our mission in the strength of creation, which has not only cosmic but universal significance, because creation is life and creation is being. And to fulfill our mission, we have to neutralize the space-time connection barrier between our and your universes, so that we can achieve a harmonious passage through without damage to ships and universes. Because our home world lies in the DAL universe, in the AKON system, in a system foreign to you Earth humans, of a universe just as foreign to you, of which several surround the universe known to you, on the seventh outer belt. Many of these universes lie in other time planes, and in, for you, expanses of utter foreignness. Our universe is a parallel sister universe to yours, respectively a twin universe, and, calculated according to your concepts, it lies in a similar plane. The difference between your time and ours is only very slight. The reason for our coming into this, your DERN universe, lies in earlier times that are calculated in several centuries, and, indeed, in the urge to explore, and in a fulfillment of an obligation of our race, who, from the earliest times, came from your DERN universe, made possible through technical developments. An ancient universe barrier was opened again between our universe and your universe that guaranteed us the entrance into your time, after which the knowledge about it, lost many thousands of years ago, was worked out again. Since then we again explored the expanses of your universe and, several centuries ago, discovered this a solar system and, therewith, this world, whose inhabitants show a very old connection with the Pleiadians, as you name them for certain reasons, and in which we also are involved, also in the form of that which pertains to a mission. To be precise, the centuries, by your time reckoning, line up together to 33, during which we were again able to travel and explore your universe. Through our incessant explorations we again found this world, as well as also our original homeland, and the very distant descendants of those who, from the earliest time, were the responsible ones who were relevant to the human life of this world, because a portion of the humans of the earth were not born here. Many are descendants of those who came out of the expanse of outer space, and indeed from that space that you name Lyra and Vega Willii of God, the Ring Nebula. In those territories lie, namely, the real and ultimate original homeland of the later terrestrial human races. Certainly, today, the actual direct descendants of the terrestrial forefathers no longer populate the territory and spaces and systems around the Ring Nebula and the Vega and Lyra heavenly bodies in a space-time shifted configuration. Rather they live today on space and time shifted world bodies far on the other side of the system that you name the seven heavenly bodies, seven sisters, respectively, the Pleiades, approximately 400 light-years distant. They are the distant descendants of your Earth humans, and our actual original forefathers. Yet, in something less than 20 Earth years, calculated from today, you should be given clarification about all these things from the direct descendants of your forefathers themselves, when you are sufficiently mature to cope with the new explanations and knowledge. But until then you are enjoined to still learn much, and to guide your knowledge and your wisdom into very high levels, so that, thereby, you are able to fulfill your difficult mission. Through your own determination you are destined as a bringer of truth, as already innumerable others were in very early times before you. But, To be able to do your mission as such correctly, you must become very much greater in spiritual knowledge than every other earth human of your time. Therefore, before your birth, you were already placed under the controlled supervision of a certain life form who had to protect, guide, lead and instruct you. This happened in the same way as with all earlier truth-bringers. Some who were reincarnations of your spirit form, however, were always other personalities who were already selected before their birth and, after incarnating again, were prepared for their mission. This describes a law of creation, which also cannot be defied. It is erroneous to believe that truth-bringers and truth announcers would only be called to their mission at a certain age in years, because their path is already determined before their begetting, by they themselves, in earlier lives. If the truth-bringer and the truth announcer is born, then he is already determined for his mission from his own will, and so, already from his birth onward his life also develops accordingly. In each case, such a life would be extraordinarily difficult and hard, because the life form concerned has an extraordinary amount to learn. A prophet is never able to lead an easy, unburdened and soft life. If, therefore, life forms emerge as alleged truth-bringers, respectively as prophets, and their lives do not run in the hardest courses, then they can never be truth-bringers and prophets. These are then also only able to announce illogical and wrong truths, through which the life forms fall into all kinds of enslavement and become dependent on unreal things. However, true truth-bringers and prophets bring words and truths of freedom and of knowledge, love and wisdom in absolute logic. False truth-bringers and false prophets, and so forth, bring only false teachings in illogic, which must continually be newly formed and revised in accordance with the progressing time and development, while true truth-bringers and prophets bring only the teaching of the truth, which is eternally constant and can never be amended. The eternal truth always remains the eternal truth, even if, as stipulated by language development, it must be brought again and again with new words and terms. In less than 20 Earth years, the time will come for you, when you will write a great work of the truth, that will be transmitted to you from a very, very high spirit form. It will reach to you from the same level from which Manuel, the carpenter's son, who you wrongly named Jesus Christ, also received his knowledge. It will be an important work of the new time, a work of truth, of knowledge, of clarification, of wisdom and love, a work of the Aquarian age. It will be, next to many other works from you, a work of the absolute truth, in connection with very many other things. It will be a work of absolute truth and be written for all coming times. All your writings and works could never be replaced by further innovations, because they will contain the final truth. And this eternal truth is never subject to alterations.